guys, I'm back to do another video real quick. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take some zucchini, and I've sliced up 3 zucchinis, and I've sliced them fairly thick. I'm going to throw them together like a lasagna. I have my leftover spaghetti sauce right here from the other day, and it's quite a bit, and I just don't want to end up throwing it out because I know that I will more than likely eat some lasagna. Eating the zoodles and the spaghetti sauce again is highly unlikely. So what I've taken is I've taken half of this. It's a pretty small container of whole milk ricotta. This has 6 carbohydrates per 1/4 of a cup. So there's probably 2/4 a cup in here, about a half a cup of the ricotta. And it has 5 proteins, 7 grams of fat. Ingredients are milk, vinegar, xanthan gum, locust bean gum, guar gum, who knows. All the ones that I looked at all had 6 grams of carbs, so what do you do, right? Okay, next I'm going to take 2 eggs. And the reason I'm using 2, now, typically I would only use 1, but the reason I'm using 2 is because the lasagna is going to get pretty wet, and I need something to hold it together really well. So I'm going to use 2 eggs. In here I have half a cup of Parmesan, half a cup of mozzarella, and a half a cup of cheddar. I'm going to stick that in there. To that I'm going to add a little bit of garlic. Little bit of oregano, and a little bit of basil. So probably a teaspoon of all 3. Now I'm going to mix this. We're going to make our cheese blend for this. Now I've made the zucchini lasagna before. I made a much bigger one. The family liked it. I mean, they pretty much eat whatever I make. Are they keto? 60% of the time they're keto. But there are things in my home that are not keto friendly. Does it bother me? Absolutely not. I don't crave any of that. I'm so beyond the sweet of anything anymore that I actually crave more savory things now. I was never a big sweet eater anyway, but also I've got my oven back at 350 degrees. And this is the cheese mixture you're going to end up with. So in this pan, I believe this is a 9x9. These are my old cake pans that I used to have. I'm going to put a little bit of the sauce on the bottom, and I'm going to spread it around just to give it a base. Then I'm going to start layering. Now I have one more zucchini just in case I need another one. So I'm going to go ahead and start layering. Now, after that's down, I'm going to go ahead and take a chunk of the cheese. Start spreading that out. And I may only get maybe 2 layers out of this, which is fine. I'm okay with that. When I was in the Navy, we used to set out the big baker's pans. I don't know if you guys have ever seen the big long Schaefer dishes pans. We used to set out like 20 of these and do a lot of lasagna back in the day. So I used about half of the cheese mixture. Now I'm going to layer on a pretty good sizable chunk of the sauce. And I'm sure any of you are cooks out there know how to make a lasagna. But for those of you who do not, this is how I do it. And we're back to layering. Like I said, these are pretty thick slices. I'm going to use the middle ones first. And it looks like I am not going to need the other zucchini. So I'll use that for something else. And again, let's go with the cheese mixture. And when I used to do my regular lasagna, I never cooked the noodles. I always put them in dry. Because usually the moisture from the sauce, the moisture from the cheese mixture, always was enough to keep the lasagna noodles, or get them to cook anyway. All right. Now another little bit of the sauce. I'm just going to put a small thin layer on this one because I want enough to go on the top after All right. Last bit. I'm going to spread these out a little bit because I'm not going to have enough. But that was pretty good. That was three zucchinis cut fairly thick. So, all right, now the rest of the sauce goes right on top of that. And this was pretty damn near perfect, you guys. Pretty damn near perfect. What I'm going to do is I'm going to set this on a sheet tray because the chances of this bubbling up are pretty high. So to avoid any smoking or burning in my oven, which I need to clean anyway, I'm going to set it on a sheet tray. Before I do that, oh look, there's another little piece. Let me shove that in there real quick. Cover. It's almost 1:30. I ate the pinwheels, which is sitting over here, which is amazing. Let me show you real quick. You can actually pull them right out, just like this. They're really good, you guys. After they set, they were really, really good. So, let them set and cool down a little bit. So I got my bagged mozzarella. I know, I need to get some block. I'm going to put some on the top. Can you guys see? Sprinkle some of that across the top. And some more cheddar, which is also the bag. Don't judge. Make sure it's evenly distributed. And on top of that, I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of parsley flakes right over the top. I'm going to let this cook for just about an hour. Maybe 45 minutes. I'm going to try 45 minutes first. And then, hold that thought right. Then I'm going to come in. Oh, this is another one of the things I got from Frank Spicer. This big old sheet tray. I love these big industrial sheet trays. I'm going to come back in and I'm going to show you what the finished product is. I'm probably going to let it set for probably 30 minutes because I want it to set. I don't want to cut it while it's bubbly, okay? So, these are the two finds, you guys. They're bonitos. They're called bonitos. They are made with beans. Please, keto people, don't, I don't want to hear it. They are 16 grams of carbohydrates for 1 ounce, which is a lot, but there's 5 grams of fiber. So 11 grams. So if you're going to eat these, be really mindful. And I am. I make pico. These right here, the black beans, are amazing with the pico. So I have to be careful. And these people calling me are getting on my nerves. So, alright guys, I'm going to come back in a little bit and show you the finished product. Bye. Alrighty, here's the finished product. Lots of oil on the top. That's from the cheese and from the spaghetti sauce. So right now it's 2:31 and the moment of truth. And see, I am glad that I did put it on a sheet tray, because see all the bubbly juices around the edges there. So here's the moment of truth. I baked it for, oh, it's gonna come apart. I baked it for about 35 minutes, I guess. And I've let it set for about another 20. It's still pretty hot, so that's pretty good helping right there. But yummy, guys. It'll set tomorrow, and in the fridge, it'll stiffen up in the fridge. Yum, sausage. But this is it, guys. Oh my gosh, so good. Give it a try, guys. You don't have to have leftover spaghetti sauce to do it. But yeah, that's amazing. Good stuff, guys. Give it a try. Really good. And I'll come back in tomorrow, guys. Love you. Bye.